1777 AD, 56:71 AM. A French astronomer reported black unknown objects passing over the face of the sun. As the British advanced upon Philadelphia, the local patriots relocated the Liberty Bell and concealed it until the British departed. One cataclysm. 1778 AD, 56:72 AM. Captain John Paul Jones sailed to France, then to Scotland and England in the Ranger, capturing a British warship named Drake off the coast of Ireland. Flying the American flag, this was the first time a foreign government recognised the Stars and Stripes. France now entered the American War of Independence, aiding the colonies against Britain. The French Navy under Admiral Joseph de Grasse won a great naval battle against the British at Sandy Hook, one of the very few French naval victories over England. The United States adopts as its Great Seal the Great Pyramid and Eye icon, first depicted upon a $50 colonial note. Also on the Great Seal was the depiction of the phoenix, the choice of Benjamin Franklin, who believed that the eagle was a bad choice, a bird unclean and of evil disposition. So prominent was the phoenix ideal in early American minds that the very first American steamship put to sea was the vessel called Phoenix from Hoboken, New York to Philadelphia, right after the turn of the 19th century. The French mourned the death of François-Marie Arouet, better known to all as Voltaire. In the Jewish chronology that holds as its year 1, the year 3671 BC, this year was 5448, paralleling the present height of the Great Pyramid in pyramid inches, as demonstrated in many books on the subject. 1. Pirates and the Lost Templar Fleet. 2. A Patriot's History of the United States. 3. A Short History of the World. 1779 AD, 56:73 AM. Spain entered the American War against Britain as an ally of France, in the hope of gaining back some of their colonial holdings abroad. By 1780, Spain and France had put over 120 warships into action for the American cause. John Paul Jones captured 17 British merchantmen and happened upon a convoy of vessels guarded by the HMS Serapis and the Countess of Scarborough while he sailed the Poor Richard. Jones exchanged fire with 2 warships and won. The British captain had called out to Jones, and John Paul Jones answered in what became the famous American war slogan, "I have not yet begun to fight." 1. A Patriot's History of the United States. 2. Pirates and the Lost Templar Fleet. 1780 AD, 56:74 AM. Tired of British abuses at sea, and still angry at losing New Amsterdam to the British, now called New York, the Dutch of Holland joined Denmark, Sweden, Portugal and Russia in the League of Armed Neutrality, an agreement to fire on British ships rather than allowing them to board. Previously, because of British naval superiority, European nations submitted to the practice of boarding. In A Patriot's History of the United States, L. Schweikart and M. Allen wrote, quote, "In an amazing display of diplomatic ineptitude, Britain had managed to unite all of the major navies of the world against its quest to blockade a group of colonies that lacked a navy of their own." Unquote. This was exactly 50 Jubilees, 2,500 years, after the last of the 10 tribes of Israel were forcibly deported out of the land and into Assyria and its frontiers. When looked at over the course of millennia, the entire American Revolutionary War was in essence an Israelite civil war, with its youngest tribe emerging powerfully on the world scene. 1. A Patriot's History of the United States. 1781 AD, 56:75 AM. William Herschel of Germany moved to England and designed his own telescope, with which he discovered the planet Uranus. He went on to discover nebulae as being far distant bodies, double star systems, and postulated many astronomical theories that have now been proven fact. 1. God's Laughter. 1782 AD, 56:76 AM. The Great Seal of the United States, as designed by George Washington, was of the phoenix under 13 stars, in the form of the Star of David, with an olive branch and 13 arrows. This was redesigned by William Barton, a phoenix in flames on one side, with the Great Pyramid and Eye on the other. It will not be changed for 120 years. In 1902 AD, the exact year planet Phoenix passes through the inner solar system and bathes the entire world in a blanket of cosmic dust. The olive branch and the 13 arrows are ancient Israelite symbols. At this time, the people of the infant United States believed that the birth of their new nation in North America was by divine inspiration. Two particular passages in the Old Testament were believed to refer directly to themselves. Jeremiah 16:13 reads, quote, I will cast you out of this land into a land that thou knowest not, neither ye nor your fathers, unquote. Also Deuteronomy 7:6, which reads, quote, For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth, unquote. In 1782 was the last known public execution of a witch in Switzerland. 1. The secret teachings of all ages. 2. Romans 11:24. America and Great Britain, our identity. 1783 AD, 56:77 AM. After 7 years of intense fighting, the American Revolutionary War of the 13 states against Britain is over, with the Treaty of Paris after American and French forces laid siege to Yorktown, compelling British General Cornwallis to surrender. The fight for independence began in 1775. A truly unique situation for the United States was a nation before it secured the right to exist by war. Also in this year, an earthquake in Calabria, Italy, killed 30,000 people. The Icelandic volcano Laki erupted, as did the Japanese volcano Asama, and together the two volcanoes filled the upper atmosphere with enough ash to cause 3 very cold winters. The astronomer Herschel noted fiery explosions on the surface of the moon, denoting volcanic activity. 1. Book of the Damned. 1784 AD, 56:78 AM. Adam Weishaupt employs the same strategy used by Mayer Amschel Rothschild. He gets another man named Xavier Zwack between himself and the Illuminati conspiracy. Zwack possesses a book containing the elaborate plans of Weishaupt on the planned French Revolution. The book is intercepted by Bavarian authorities when the courier is struck by lightning on his way to Paris. The Bavarian police raid Weishaupt's lodges and the homes of influential associates. 1. Synagogue of Satan.